Hi guys, this is Sai Kumar Kortiwada. In this video, we'll try to learn what is the purpose of spread operator, how to use spread operator, and why spread operator came in, what all are the different alternatives for spread operator in JavaScript. Before understanding theoretically, let's jump into Visual Studio and do some coding. So I have created one JavaScript file as well as index.html. In index.html already my main.js has been injected. So I can write some code in the main.js and I can see the output in our browser. So to understand this clearly, let us create two objects. One is main object. Let me take the values as something age 20 or 30, and let me take one more thing like cloned object, and for this cloned object I'm assigning the main object. After this, let us try to change the main object. Before changing that main object, let me print console.log of cloned object. So what is this cloned object? Let me tell like before changing my main object. So this is my cloned object before changing my main object. Now let us change our main object. Let me add some property main.name equal to Sai. So here if you see I am adding the name property to my main object but not cloned object. Let's print both of them. Console.log of cloned object which is after changing my main object semicolon, and let me print main object also. So main object after changing my main object. So this is what I have did. So if you see here, I have changed only my main object but not cloned object. Let's see the output to understand. Let me reload the application. If you see here, this is my cloned object before changing my main object. So it is equivalent to your main object. Cloned object after changing my main object. That means after changing the main object, my main object is already assigned to cloned object, and here the values of main object are also affecting my cloned object. Let's understand it clearly. So I have assigned one of the main object to cloned object, and that cloned object is not yet changed, but if I change my main object, my cloned object is also affecting. So that means there is some reference which is happening for both of them. This type of cloning is called as shallow clone. Let's understand what is shallow clone. Shallow clone is nothing but you will be having two objects. One object is assigned to other object, but both are referring to the same space or memory. So that is why this is happening. So let's try to avoid this in JavaScript. How to avoid this? We can avoid this type of cloning in JavaScript by using three methods. First method, what we can do is instead of assigning the object directly, we can use a inbuilt method object dot assign of, it's an object, so object, and save it, and let's go back, clear, and let me zoom in. Okay, so if you see now the cloned object before changing my main object is also age 30. Cloned object after changing my main object is also 30, but only main object has been changed. So by this way we can avoid shallow cloning. Here what we are doing, we are referring our cloned object to another space comparatively to my main object. So main object is pointing to some memory, cloned object is pointing to some memory. Instead of assigning directly, we are using object.assign. Whenever we are using object.assign, it will create a new space or new memory before assigning to my cloned variable. So this is one way where we can avoid the shallow clone. And next, we can even avoid by using JSON parse of JSON dot stringify of main object. So in this way also we can avoid our shallow clone. Let me go back, clear the console, reload my application. If you see here, even though in this case we are getting the same result, age cloned object before changing my main object, it is also pointing to different locations or different memories. So that is why the main object has been changed. Even this also worked for us. And also there is another approach to do this, that is called as a spread operator, which came in ES6. So this is a new ECMAScript operator. So we can use like three dots and object. Inside the object, use three dots and assign that object. So in this case also it behaves like creating a new memory location instead of assigning to the main object location. So let me go back, clear this, reload the application. If you see here, now also it works same. We are avoiding the shallow clone. And the same thing can be replicated for arrays also. So let me create one array. Let me take main array equal to some array like 10, 20, 30. And let me create one cloned array with that main array. And let me print console.log of cloned array, and inside this cloned array before changing my main array, semicolon, and let me change my main array dot push of 40. So I'm trying to push the 40 value. And now let me print one more console.log of cloned array after changing my main array. And also let me print our main array after changing main array. So as per our shallow clone mechanism, what happens if I assign main array to cloned array? Whenever I change my main array, it should affect our cloned array. So let's see the cloned array and the main array are same or not. Let me go back, clear my console, reload the application. If you see here, I have 10, 20, 30 cloned array before changing my main array. That is equivalent to our main array. And after changing the main array, it is affected our cloned array also. That means it is adding the 40 value even for cloned array as well as for main array. So this is how the shallow clone occurs. Now let's try to avoid this shallow clone for our arrays. Same thing, we can use three methods. One is object.assign of an array close. So here my cloned array is changed with an assign. So we are using an array, but why we are using object.assign? In JavaScript, everything is treated as an object. So even assign method will work for our array. So I'm assigning to an array, and now what will happen is it will create a new reference to our cloned array, and whenever there is a change in the main array, it will not affect our cloned array. So let me go back, clear the console, reload. If you see here, 10, 20, 30 cloned array before changing my main array, and even after changing the main array also my cloned array is not yet affected. So the same way we can use one more thing called as JSON dot parse of JSON dot stringify of my main array, closing that main array. So even it should work same. Let me clear the console, reload. If you see here, my cloned array is not affected here as well as here, but only my main array has been changed. So this is how JSON.parse and JSON.stringify will also work. In the same way, I can use a spread operator. Let me give an array and write dot dot dot. So whenever you are using a spread operator, if you want to convert an array, use array symbol. If you convert an object, you can use object symbol. So spread operator will work for both objects as well as arrays. Let me save this and go back, clear the console. If you see here 10, 20, 30, a cloned array and a cloned array and a main array. Cloned array has been not changed even if my main array is changed. So that is one of the importance of all these operators like spread operator, object.assign and json.parseof, json.stringify. So we have three methods what to use. So latest one, whatever we came up in ES6 is spread operator. So it is highly recommended to use spread operator for having a cloned objects. And second one is we can even use object.assign, which will behave same like a spread operator, and json.parseof, json.stringify. It is not recommended approach. So that is how our spread operator and our cloning of objects works in JavaScript. So let's summarize this. Let's understand shallow clone and deep clone. Shallow clone. So if you see here, my original object and the cloned object are referring to the same space. This is called as reference to object. For example, if there is any change in the original object, then it will affect our referenced object. If our referenced object is affected, then it automatically affects our cloned object. In the same way, deep clone. If you see the deep clone, original object, whenever there is a change in the original object, it will change only its own referenced object, but it will not affect your cloned object. So whenever there is a change in the original object, it will not change the cloned. If when there is a change in the cloned object, it will not change in the original object. So that is the difference between shallow clone and deep clone. So always prefer to use deep clone because shallow clone may behave your application in a different way, and this is a bit complex to find where we are using shallow clone and where we are using deep clone. Methods to avoid shallow clone. So there are three ways which we saw, like object.assign, json.parseof, json.stringify, and spread operator, and it is highly recommended to use spread operator. It's also recommended to use object.assign, but a spread operator is a new way of using in JavaScript with the ECMAScript 6, and json.parseof, json.stringify is not much recommended to use. I hope you understand why we are using objects and how to clone the objects in a proper way, how to avoid shallow cloning in this video. Hope you guys like my video. If you like my video, please like, share, subscribe to my channel. Signing off. Thank you.